Hey, ladies and gents, boys and girls, it's Eric Lima once again presenting to you another episode of TPL. It's episode 720. This time around, this was a very tough list I made. The Road to 40 Saga, the 90s edition continues on. I did the 80s edition, now it's the 90s edition because I got 2 weeks left. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'll be turning 40 years old. I think 40, sometimes people consider it a big deal, sometimes they won't. They say 40's into 30 and all that crazy stuff. But here we go anyways. So, I have decided to compile a list of favorite wrestlers from the decade of the 90s. And some from the 80s, but they really made it their stride in the 90s, so to speak. And so, it has been, I'll tell you one thing, it's one of the most difficult lists. Remember, these are my personal favorites. And so, ready to go? Here it is. Ready to go. It's a tough list. Bear with me. Let's go to the honorable mentions. Big Show. He made his debut around in the mid-90s in WCW. The guy is agile for his age. You see him now? He's lost a lot of weight. And he's got the six-pack as he trained for his match against Shaquille O'Neal. If I were Shaq, I'd get on that training if I were you, too. Or else Big Show's going to slam dunk your head there, Shaq. So, the Big Show, very, very, he can drop kick. Big Show can drop kick. If he does a drop kick at WrestleMania against Shaq, I'm going to go, Big Show is the best big man ever on the planet. But, but a lot of people may disagree on that one. But don't worry, I got him on my top 10 list. Who I think is the best big man ever. Kane is another one, very powerful, can do a drop kick, very agile too. And I'll tell you what, he debuted in 1997. He had some other gimmicks beforehand, Fake Diesel, Dr. Icy Ankle, but Kane, he hit his stride with Kane, being the brothers of the Undertaker, and boom, I'll tell you one thing, it's been I'll tell you what, the guy's a phenomenal athlete. Kevin Nash. Another one, WWE Hall of Famer. That's Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the only man that wins the Triple Crown in 1 calendar year. I think that he's the only man to do that, to pull that off. I mean, in a short time too. I mean, he won the Intercontinental title back in June, and then around late July, August, he won the tag team titles with Shawn Michaels. In November, won the WWE Championship, World Heavyweight title. That's what, only 6 months, a half a year even. 6 months, that's impressive. 1994 was the year of Kevin Nash in the WWE. Then he started the NWO thing before, I forget to put Scott Hall on this list. He's an honorable mention. I'm going to put Scott Hall. My apologies. The Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, was one of the best ever at what he does. All right, a couple of tag teams. Like I said, tag teams are, well, 3 or 4 tag teams on the list. The Head Shrinker is one of them. I'm a big fan. Rikishi follows me on Twitter. He was one half of the Head Shrinker's former tag team champ, former Intercontinental champion. Really cool. He's also a Hall of Famer. So big key shout to you, my friend. Mahalo. Really cool. He's a really cool dude. The Head Shrinkers were my favorite team when they turned against the Quebecers. We're also in this like, why? I think Johnny Pole was pretty funny. He reminds me of young Bobby Heenan. Yeah, I could say that. And also the theme song of the Quebecers. That's the type of theme song you want to bell out in your car and people give you some looks like, is this guy drunk? And if I was drunk, I wouldn't be driving, dummies. Yeah, LOD. Now, maybe say, Eric, why'd you put them in your honorable mentions? They should be on your top 10 list. I know. Like I say, LOD, they've been through a lot. And I'll tell you what, LOD have a very, they had a lot of fun. Hawk comes up with some of the funniest promos ever. Well, what are they going to do to their opponents? I think it's hilarious. But Hawk passed away, and that's why, and they were inducted to the W Hall of Fame. But their manager, Paul Ellering, he's in NXT managing the new NXT Tag Team Champions, Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain is going to have a bright future if they stick with Paul Ellering as their manager. Chronic was another one. Chronic didn't hit their stride till 2000, but they're 2 90s wrestlers. Two of the best big men, Crush and Adam Bomb, aka Brian Adams and Brian Clark, teamed up, and they were a heck of a team in WCW. But I'll tell you what, separately, they're pretty good. So, Crush made his debut. Brian Adams made his debut in the WWE back in 1990 as 1/3, as the new addition to Demolition, and was considered a tag team champion. So he's a former WWE tag team champion. But as Chronic, they're very powerful together. They tried their luck back in the WWE, but Undertaker Kane obliterated them. Mick Foley, another WWE Hall of Famer, all around, current Raw general manager, all around good guy. He's got his own reality show with his family. It's crazy. This guy has done a lot in the company. Where you're WCW, where you're in ECW or WWE. Mick Foley has done a lot of crazy things there. All right, Triple H, the COO of the WWE, the creator of, he just brought NXT to a newer level like never before. He's held all the championships in the WWE. What can I say? Triple H, surefire Hall of Famer, first ballot. I believe so. And the rumored Hall of Famer of the WWE, Diamond Dallas Page, former World Heavyweight United States Champ, Tag Team Champ. He's a former WCW Grand Slam champion. And I'll tell you what that is. If you held the WCW World Heavyweight title, the United States title, the Tag Team title, and the television championship, those are the 4 main championships at the point before the Cruiserweight title came in there. It's called, I consider that, he was one of the WCW Grand Slam champions. So I think he's the only one in there, I think. I think it's count Scott Steiner, because he's the man. I think Scott Steiner should be another. Speaking of the Steiners, let's go to the top 10 of my personal favorite 90s wrestlers and tag teams with me. The Steiner brothers, they're all around great America. They have a blend of power and speed, and quickness, great technique back in the day. And I think, Scott Steiner became one of the most controversial wrestlers in wrestling today. And, Big Papa Pump does his thing. Rick Steiner's retired. I think he's now a real estate agent, I think. So, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. All right. Number 9, Stinger, who got recently inducted last year, inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. People were disappointed because when he came in the WWE back in, 2015 or 2014, he, many people want to see him face Undertaker, and that was one of the guys he wanted to face was the Undertaker. So I think it was really cool seeing that. It would have been really cool seeing that. There's a picture of him and Sting talking at an airport. So, and it's all over. So Sting was really cool. Number 8, Goldberg. The man had a winning streak of over 100. He won. He was the only man in wrestling history to win the World Heavyweight title while having an undefeated record at the time. He beat Hulk Hogan. He beat the Hulkster, man. He beat Hulk Hogan. Need I say more? All right. Number 7, The Undertaker. The man. He's probably going to be the greatest wrestler ever in the WWE. He's the greatest big man ever on this list. Because the guy can move and very agile. He adapts his style with each era. He knows he has to keep up with the young guns, and it's very tough for him to do so. Undertaker, I thought we were going to see a conference between him and Goldberg at the Royal Rumble. It got ruined, but who knows for sure down the road if Undertaker does not retire by then. But I'll tell you one thing: Undertaker, probably the best big man in wrestling today. That's all I'm saying. If anybody disagrees because the guy can do it all. Only title he's not captured is like the U.S. or Intercontinental Championships. Is he going to be thinking about capturing one or just retire out on top? Sure, first ballot Hall of Famer, definitely. Another Hall of Famer on this list: Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man has done the man. I'll tell you one thing. He revolutionized what the WWE back in 1990. He basically brought in the Attitude Era. Between him, DX, Bret the Hitman Hart, all the craziness that's gone down, the gang warfares there, with all the cliques and everything else. It's crazy, But Austin, really got the ball rolling. He really got the ball rolling in 97. Number 5, another Hall of Famer in the WWE, Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. Charisma, skills, speed. I mean, the man's done it all. The man is completely done. First Grand Slam champion in the WWE. It's just, the man's amazing. He's a cool guy, Hall of Famer. What can I say? Number 4, the late great Owen Hart. He should be a Hall of Famer in my personal opinion. Man is the only one of the best wrestlers ever without being world champion. He came close on a couple occasions against his own brother Bret in '94, and I'll tell you one thing, that was a heck of a rivalry, and one of the best wrestlers out there. So, and number 3, another late great superstar, the British Bulldog. Both his son and daughter both follow me on Twitter. I'm honored. The British Bulldog, number 3, he had a blend of power and speed. Another great wrestler without being a world champion. Too bad that if these two were still alive, they'd be world and universal champion, in my personal opinion. If they decide to go on with their careers, if they decide to retire, then they'll retire. But I'll tell you, Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, I miss those two guys. I wish they were alive. That way they keep doing their thing. Number 2 on the list, another family member of the Hart family, Bret the Hitman Hart. Man's done it all, folks. Hall of Famer, man's done it all. Man has done it all. Best there is, best there was, and best there ever will be. That's all I got to say on that matter. And he's the man. And the number one favorite wrestler of the 90s or tag teams, it'll be none other than the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. Need I say more about this guy? First ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. The man has done it all. Held the Triple Crown. I mean, what else can this guy do? He sings, he acts, amazing. And he's probably an all-around good guy. He's using social media to his full advantage and, spreading the word of encouragement, positivity. Talks about his movies, becomes friends with some of the biggest celebrities out there. I mean, The Rock is just amazing. The Rock is the man. And believe me, WWE Hall of Famer, there is no doubt about it. No doubt about it, folks. There's no doubt about it. I'm telling you, there's no doubt about it. Well, I'll tell you one thing, folks. This is going to keep going. I'm going to keep going with this until I end the list. Now, in the next episode, 721, I believe. I'm going to check that list. Yep, 721. I wrote down everything on the pad. It's a good thing you have a pad. You can write down what you want to talk about in your next episodes and all that. It's pretty cool having something extra to help you, like what's on the docket, so to speak. So, top 10 90s video games will be my personal favorite top 10s. You're going to see some honorable mentions. Like I said, I have to repeat myself. These lists were hard to make. You got to have a lot of honorable additions, and you're probably going to, and if you kind of have your brains racked and everything about that. It's pretty cool. So, that is all the time we have on the show. You got to remember, you use your heads, don't do stupid things. Remember, coolness is the essence of every person. Not only that, love and respect one another. And if anybody of you guys are having a bad day, you grab a pad, you grab a pen, and tell that bad day they just made the list. Okay? Like I said, next episode, 721, we're talking top 10 90s video games in the 90s. See you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.